Hey, Tom Rosapolsky here. I'm the board president at Venture Out in Panama City Beach. And I wanted to hit you with just a very quick message, just a couple minutes, so hang with me. I'm going to cover some important things. First of all, we're on the eve of the Super Bowl of beach weekends, man. The 4th of July week in Venture Out is awesome. It is one of the most epic times in my family's history when we all get together and venture out to enjoy being with one another in the beach, in the boat docks, in the pools, and everything that Venture Out offers. We love seeing all of our friends and other owners and renters and getting to know new people. And this year is not going to be any different. It's going to be great. But I wanted to share a few things with you so that that week is just as smooth as you hope it'll be. First of all, parking remains a big issue in Venture Out. So you need to be prepared for that. You look at your site that you rented and figure out what the parking situation is. Ask the owner, ask the rental agent, and then inquire about overflow parking, of which there's very, very little. There will not be enough. You need to know that in advance and have a plan. That is your responsibility. The second thing I'll share with you is it is important to reiterate that you must have a valid state driver's license in order to operate 16 or older, like a real, not a permit, but a driver's license in order to operate a golf cart in our community. That is there for safety reasons. And the fine that comes with that is pretty hefty, so absolutely avoid that. My kids beg me every time we go to drive the golf cart because when we're in Tallahassee at our home, I let them drive a golf cart. They have motorcycles, but they just know I'm not taking that ticket and it's against the rules. And while we're here, can't do it. That's how it is. So please make sure you check out that rule. The next piece of information I wanted to share with you is that we want people to have maximum fun. Like, go all the way to the edge and have a great time, but don't go over. I'll never forget shirts that they used to have at schooners just down the beach. And the bouncers were wearing, there were polo shirts, it said schooners on them. And on the back, it said, kindly control yourself. And as a young man, when I was serving in the Navy and was there with my other shipmates, having a good time, I would see that. And it would remind me that I need to control myself. As I enjoy the day and I'm in the heat all day, and I may be enjoying adult beverages throughout the day, that's not an excuse for my behavior or respect for others or my language when I'm at the pool or the beach or on my golf cart to deteriorate to a level that I would not normally behave when I don't go too far. So we'd ask all of our guests, and we'd like to remind our owners and their guests to control ourselves and have an awesome time. Maximum fun without going over. That's the goal. So see if we can work on that this year. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. And I'll close with, we have improved the situation at the beach where it's very crowded. Tents have become larger. People are putting walls on tents. So you put up a tent at the water, put a wall in the back. Nobody can see the water. Great idea. There was a movement to kind of ban the tents. I don't think that's a good idea. I have a tent. It's called a Cool Breeze. By the way, you should check them out. They're awesome. But we recognize there's people who own them and prefer them and maybe need them. I've heard stories of cancer patients and they can't be in the sun because they're undergoing therapy, but they want to be with their family. They need a tent, they need a big shade. Or families with young children who may want their kids to nap on the beach while they enjoy the beach. They don't have to go back to the units. I get it. I got it. Totally get it. But what we decided to do was make an area for the tents. So when you come down the boardwalk, you're going to go to the left. You'll see a flag and some signage that will help you find it. And that area to the left of the beach down there that's designated is completely available to tents or umbrellas or people with neither. Okay. But right in the front and to the right, that area is going to be designated for umbrellas and chairs and no tents, in other words. So work with us on that. This is an attempt to make the experience down there better for everybody. We've also established, we'll establish on a daily basis, we'll put out this rope and some small signs that allow access to the water so you don't have to weave through tents. So people who have difficulty walking, mobility issues, or perhaps just get uncomfortable slipping under other people's tents and walking between other people's chairs and stepping on other people's blankets and towels, you'll now have 2 points up and down the beach that you can just walk down to the water unobstructed. That seemed to be a great idea that people loved. So work with us on this as we attempt it this year. We're asking you to police yourself, to be responsible yourself, to see the signs and say, well, I got a tent. I don't want to be that guy who's snubbing my nose at the community. So I'm going to put my tent over here, where it belongs. So do us that favor. Come down and enjoy it, but recognize the standard, the expectation we've set up there, and fit in. Do it that way. Last thing, drive safe. please get here safely and get here as soon as you can and have as much fun as you can and enjoy Venture Out the way we do as owners. One of the coolest things is just to see people at sunset taking pictures, or kids doing their first cannonball in the pool. I've seen so many kids in my life learning how to ride a bike with mom or dad or grandpa or grandma down the road. The first fish for many people has been caught on the back pier. It's an awesome place. But we want to make sure that it remains a great family place, that we observe our behavior and our language, so that it remains that kind of place that we want to come and be together. So get here as soon as you can, and we can't wait to see you. Thanks.